In the heart of the Roman Republic, a name that would echo through eternity was born from the crucible of oppression, Spartacus. His story is not merely a tale of a gladiator, but a testament to the indomitable spirit of freedom that resides in the hearts of all who are chained. Born in Thrace, a region known for its fierce warriors, Spartacus was a man of the Mede tribe, a people who valued freedom above all else. Historical accounts suggest a past shrouded in the mists of time, with some claiming he once served as an auxiliary in the mighty Roman army. This experience would have granted him invaluable insight into the tactics and discipline of the very legions he would one day come to defy. However, his path diverged from that of a Roman soldier, leading him to a life of a bandit, a desperate existence in the shadows of the Republic. Captured and sold into the brutal world of slavery, Spartacus's fate seemed sealed, another forgotten soul in the vast Roman machine. He was sent to the gladiatorial school, the Ludus of Lentulus Batiatus, in Capua, a place where death was a daily spectacle. Here, men were forged into instruments of entertainment, their lives measured in the cheers of the bloodthirsty crowds in the arena. But within the hardened heart of Spartacus, the embers of rebellion were not extinguished. They were merely waiting for the right moment to ignite. In the year 73 BCE, a daring plan was conceived, a whisper of freedom that spread like wildfire among the gladiators. With kitchen implements as their first weapons, a small band of around 70 to 80 gladiators, led by Spartacus, fought their way to freedom. They were a motley crew, a brotherhood of the condemned, united by a common desire to break the chains of their servitude. Their initial refuge was the imposing Mount Vesuvius, a slumbering giant that would become the cradle of their burgeoning rebellion. The Roman authorities, in their arrogance, underestimated the threat, viewing it as a minor nuisance, a mere footnote in their imperial ambitions. They dispatched a small militia under the command of Praetor Gaius Claudius Glaber, confident of a swift and decisive victory. Glaber's plan was simple. To besiege the rebels on Vesuvius, to starve them into submission, a classic Roman tactic. But Spartacus, a brilliant tactician, saw an opportunity where others saw only a dead end, a chance to turn the tables on his pursuers. Using ropes woven from wild vines, the rebels descended the treacherous, unguarded cliffs of the volcano under the cover of darkness. They fell upon the unsuspecting Roman camp like a thunderbolt, a whirlwind of fury and desperation that shattered the illusion of Roman invincibility. The victory was a turning point, a beacon of hope that attracted a flood of new recruits to the rebel cause, swelling their ranks. Slaves from the countryside, shepherds, and farmers, all who had suffered under the yoke of Roman oppression, flocked to Spartacus's banner. The rebel army, once a small band of gladiators, was transforming into a formidable force, a testament to the widespread discontent in the Republic. Spartacus, despite the diverse and untrained nature of his followers, proved to be an exceptional leader, a military genius in his own right. He organized his army with remarkable efficiency, instilling discipline and a sense of purpose in his followers, turning them into a cohesive fighting force. The Roman Senate, now fully alarmed, dispatched 2 consular legions to crush the uprising, a sign of the gravity of the situation. But even the might of the legions proved insufficient to quell the flames of rebellion, as Spartacus and his army continued their string of victories. The rebel army marched across the Italian peninsula, a moving city of the dispossessed, their every step a defiance of Roman authority. Spartacus's ultimate goal remains a subject of debate among historians, a mystery that adds to the mystique of his legend. Some believe he intended to lead his followers over the Alps, to escape the clutches of Rome and return to their homelands, to a life of freedom. Others suggest a more audacious plan, a march on Rome itself, a direct challenge to the heart of the empire, a dream of a new world order. Internal divisions, however, began to plague the rebel army, a crack in the unity that had been their greatest strength. A faction led by the Gallic chieftain Crixus, eager for plunder and immediate gratification, separated from the main force, a fateful decision. Crixus and his men were eventually cornered and defeated by the Romans, a tragic loss that weakened the overall rebellion. The Roman Senate, desperate to end the war, turned to one of its wealthiest and most ruthless citizens, Marcus Licinius Crassus. Crassus was given command of a massive army, a force of 8 legions, with the singular mission of destroying Spartacus and his rebellion. The war entered a new and brutal phase, a clash of titans, a struggle for the very soul of the Roman Republic. Crassus, a shrewd and methodical commander, employed a strategy of attrition, of slowly bleeding the rebel army dry. He cornered Spartacus's forces in the southern region of Bruttium, trapping them against the sea, a seemingly inescapable predicament. Spartacus, ever resourceful, attempted to negotiate with Cilician pirates for passage to Sicily, a desperate gamble to escape the Roman trap. But the pirates, ever treacherous, betrayed him, taking his payment and sailing away, leaving the rebel army stranded and facing certain doom. The final, decisive battle was fought in 71 BCE, a desperate and bloody confrontation that would seal the fate of the rebellion. Spartacus, it is said, fought with the courage of a lion, cutting his way through the Roman ranks in a desperate attempt to reach Crassus himself. But he was ultimately overwhelmed, his body lost in the maelstrom of battle, a hero's death that would immortalize his name. His body was never recovered, a fitting end for a man who had become a legend, a symbol of the unquenchable thirst for freedom. 6,000 captured rebels were crucified along the Appian Way, a gruesome spectacle that stretched for miles, a testament to Roman vengeance. The Third Servile War, as it came to be known, was a brutal and bloody chapter in Roman history, a conflict that shook the Republic to its core. It did not bring an end to slavery, but it exposed the deep-seated vulnerabilities of a society built on the backs of the oppressed. He was a man who, for a brief and glorious moment, held the fate of the Roman Republic in his hands, a slave who became a king in all but name. His rebellion was a testament to the fact that even in the darkest of times, the flame of hope can never be truly extinguished. The name of Spartacus will forever be synonymous with the struggle for freedom, a reminder that the human spirit can never be truly enslaved. His legacy is not one of victory, but of defiance, a legacy that continues to inspire those who fight for a more just and equitable world.